Good morning, Cherokee. You're listening to On the Air with Cynthia and Barbara. We're broadcasting live on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. Ciento Tres, Punto Tres. We're here in lovely Alto Boquete, on the home of Radio Cherokee. And our amazing engineer, of course, is Bolivar. Hi, Bolivar.
Gracias, senor.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And our guest today is the absolutely wonderful, super Oscar Pena.
Hello, everybody.
Hola,
Thank you for having me here.
Welcome, Oscar.
So nice, so happy to be here with you, ladies.
Well, thank you. We're excited to be here, and your beautiful fiancée is here with you.
Yes, she's very nice to me to give me the inspiration for sure.
So, Oscar, there's a lot of things coming open
Yes.
that are affecting your life
Yeah, everybody.
because they've affected your life greatly since they closed down.
Yes.
Tell us what you're most excited about coming up.
Well, the most exciting coming up is the opening the 28 the retail stores and the restaurants. Some of the restaurants they have been able to survive in a way. Now they have the chance to let's get a little bit. And some people they're missing to be dining in. The good thing about this, some of the positive things during this pandemic situation, quarantine, is the options of delivery service, the options they take out, and people kind of like innovating with new things. Sadly, many restaurants didn't survive, many other services didn't survive, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna come up with something else eventually.
I hope so.
Yes. Well, very excited. I think after the 28th, I know right now we're under the same schedule lockdown weekends and 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. curfew. Potentially, this is just my opinion, my guess. It's possible that it might be open on the 28th, but if not, we'll just wait until the 12th. However, Cherokee, Bocas, we had it the easiest in all the country. Now imagine be for 5 months in a small apartment in Panama City for only 2 hours. So we didn't went through that. So it's still, still good. So I have a lot of hope. Then this is the way it is. It has been right or wrong, doing the right things, and the RT numbers keep slowing down. And unfortunately, some cases happen in some farms and some families, and I really feel sorry for all the families that lost a lot of people. And it's not good. It's part of life, I guess. But very open, very happy, optimistic when the curfew is left up and quarantine is done on the October 12th. We're going to start having international flights from some countries, not every country. Panamanians will be able to travel to some countries, not every single country again. But it's a good start. It's a good start point, and I'm very hopeful that the tourism industry will get back up, especially here in Cherokee. I'm very positive that we're going to have a lot of the internal tourism is going to be activated even stronger with more conscious. That's a little different.
Makes sense.
So people is going to be more conscious about what they do, how they do it, and which is good.
Very.
So for every single situation and struggleness, there is always a learning process. There is always a lesson. And I think humans, we're learning that way. Some maybe not, but mostly we are. So yeah, I think I'm very happy. I'm very happy and very hopeful, and just everyone individually be responsible, taking the precautions, but don't be in fear. It's time to move on. It's time to be present. It's time to be grateful for every single day, as everyone we should be every single day, and just
should be that
precautions.
always.
Yeah, of
With
course.
or without a pandemic.
Yeah, with or without. Yes, you're right, and just keep the precautions, be smart, and everybody have to just follow the rules. And again, we have a better deal than many other countries. We have a
Most
way better deal.
definitely.
Yes, so
Much better than the U.S. Much.
Yeah, much
At
better than the
least-
Brazil.
At least here we look out our windows and we see green, we see
Yeah.
life,
Beautiful.
we see, we walk outside, even if we're confined to just around where we live.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place to be. We're not
Yes.
looking at cement.
Exactly.
I remember living in Chicago and driving during rush hour on Lakeshore Drive into the city versus one of the highways like I-90 or something else. And I was really upset because it was like bumper to bumper traffic and we weren't moving anywhere. And all of a sudden I
cool,
said
though.
to myself, Are you stupid? You're right next to the lake.
Plus
You're
the
watching this.
zoo.
You have the lake right here. You've got this beautiful view. You can see the outline of the city ahead of you. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
You're not in a highway, with cement and trucks. So, appreciate what you get to see and
Yeah.
stop complaining.
Yeah.
The day that I really appreciated the lockdown of our province
Mm-hmm.
was I had talked to a number of people who lived in different places in the United States, and I raised my kids in Boston, so that's a very big vacation area.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, including my friend in San Francisco, said these people are showing up. They don't know who these people are. They're not wearing masks. They're not social distancing, and they're in my city.
Wow.
And it's scary because
Yeah.
there's nothing they can do. And even though we had to sort of give up control, I'm glad we were locked down for that reason, because this
Yeah.
would have been such a hub for people.
Yeah.
In the beginning, they tried to make it a hub, and they
Well,
tried
there
to
were a
come
lot
over
of
here.
a lot of people from Panama City that came down here that have summer homes here or
Yeah.
vacation homes here. Those homes were full on weekends.
Yes. Yes.
They'd come down on Thursday because we were locked down from Friday night.
Yes.
They'd come down Thursday or Friday morning, drive
live
as fast
free.
as they could, and
Yes.
Hey, there's a question for you,
Of course.
and I saw it online the other day. Can you drive now between provinces without a problem?
Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, I did a drive last Monday, and all the security fences, 100%, the whole country has been lifted up. There is no sanitary fence. There is still just the regular checkpoints like Wavala, and sometimes some of them they do for alcohol in some areas in some days. But any sanitary fence has been lifted up, so you can drive anywhere in Panama if you're under the time curfew, like here in Chiriquí between 5 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Right.
You can go to Bocas, you can go to Panama City, you can go anywhere, and you can come back too, as long as before that time. There is some hotels they're open up in the city. Here, not yet. In the city, they have open, not many, but at least that I know personally, 4 hotels. Some of them is Global Hotel and Riande by the airport.
Yes.
That one has been actually open the
Yeah.
whole time. There was some confusion because people thought they were closed.
Yeah, I remember that.
But the one that was closed was in downtown in Cangrejo, not the one by the airport. By the airport has been operating since beginning of because they need to provide the service
Yeah.
Right.
because there is so many humanitarian flights that
Yeah.
were leaving or arriving. So
Right.
they need a place because if you arrive at 5 p.m., you cannot do anything. You have to wait the next day
Yeah.
with your salvoconductor because, for security reasons. But now after the 12th, a lot of hotels are going to open more. I think it's going to be good deals, which is good. If you want to travel to the city, right now I was checking on Booking and there was like a nice hotels for $50 a night. So
Wow.
not too
Put
shabby.
the hotel
but- okay,
in Boston
so
or California, and
If
I'm
I
there.
if I go to the city right now, like and I want to go to some of the tourist sites there, are those going to be open for me to see them?
No,
like the
so
like the museums and
no. Those museums are not going to be open for. They haven't released the date, but no, I don't think this year. At least not until November or December. Panama Canal is not going to be open for tourists, all by a museum. Any concentrations. Right now, this week, all they was approved were the sports events without public. So only the teams, whatever
so you can
sport
watch
it
it
is,
on television.
on television or listen to it, but that's it. And that's pretty much worldwide. In North America and South America is the same
Yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Although I
But-
heard something about in the States they're using cardboard between people in some of the stadiums, but it's a minimal number of a minimum. There's just a few people allowed in,
Yeah.
but between them they're putting cardboard up, and I'm like,
Well-
that's interesting.
Well,
That sounds pretty.
It's cheaper than plexiglass.
yeah. Well, if it's cardboard, it's actually less, it's, in a way, it's more eco-friendly because they're just biodegradable.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I know in the sports and events, they only allow the press and the coach and all the rest
Ooh,
of
we
the
could
team.
get in.
Yeah, there
We
you
have
go.
press
There you go.
passes.
There you go.
And the same goes for theater and plays, which
There are none.
Yeah,
we're
they're
waiting
not-
to perform because
Yes.
they canceled my play 2 weeks before it was going to
Yes,
be
yeah,
performed.
yeah.
We were
Oh,
going into dress
Yeah.
rehearsal.
No, we weren't.
Yes, we
We were thinking about it.
Yeah, so another good things that are happening, and I just saw the post a few days ago, is the BCP is opening very soon, the 29th, I think.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's going to be regulations, so people have to be very patient and, wear your protection, and hopefully the other market, the Tuesday market, will be open eventually. And there'll be wonderful things. It will be more opportunity for more vendors. It'll be more opportunity for all of us as a consumers to have more options. It's just fun. So I think it's a really good things coming up.
It's part of our beautiful community
Yes,
culture here.
yes, it is.
And it feels lonely without that.
Exactly.
Just to be able to see somebody on a
Uh-huh.
weekly basis. Oh, hi.
I know.
Yeah, I miss that.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm very optimistic and overall of it. But don't take me wrong. There was a time when I was affected by the stress of the COVID.
Of course.
Even that I'm fluffy and happy and all that, I got my moments too that I was like, oh boy, this is not gonna end.
I
Yeah.
think everyone does.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
It's nice to hear an uplifting thoughts about it. And I
Yeah.
think we are starting to feel a little.
Yes, yes. I feel very empowered right now. I feel very happy and
Nice.
and full of hope and
So
faith.
online, there's been a lot of people on some of the websites saying, "Hey, we're moving down here in October, or we're moving down here in November." Have you been inundated with people that suddenly want to move down here?
Yes, there is a lot of people that just know for the pandemic situation, but unfortunately for the political environment, they have made the decisions. It's just some people they just ready because they want to be. They're tired to shuffle snow in the winter.
Yeah.
That's
for
another
sure.
main reason for a lot of people. But what I do for a living in my company, Relocation Tours, is we do. A lot of people they move for different reasons.
Absolutely.
And some of them for the political aspects, but a lot of them is because they just want to wake up every single day in front of the beach, open a beer, go for a swim, take sun, and that's it. Take that Panama style.
Absolutely.
Is that the Panama style? I
It
haven't
makes me
found
mad,
yet?
though. It makes me mad when people write in and say, we're looking to come in October. What's it going to be like there then?
Yeah.
It's like, do you even know what it's going to be like where you are?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think we're in the same
Yeah.
situation.
I think it's still, even though we have the news, even though we have some facts on paper, a lot of people still having that uncertain feeling in a way.
Totally. They
and,
should.
Yeah, and then that's the way you don't take things for granted. That's what I would say that you teach that lesson. But right now, I personally feel confident that actually we're going on the right way, on the right path. I think that when October 12th is going to be a game changer for the whole country. It's going to be a lot of things happening, and I have totally can understand why people still are skeptical. In a way, maybe it could be, but
Well, we've been hurt. We've
Yes,
been.
yes.
We were so up for it last
Uh-huh,
week, and then
yes.
it got canceled, and it's sort
Yes.
of like we don't know really how to.
Uh-huh.
If we should put our energy into.
Exactly.
We just need to be cool.
Exactly.
It's
And just
hard.
but this is a perfect lesson on how just learn to go with the flow,
Very perfect. You're
and
right.
and just kind of have that mindset, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
For
So-
now.
You take tours to other countries.
Yes,
And-
the other country that I do sometimes on my tours is to my home country, Colombia, and I had a tour in April. Then I have to postpone it, and it's gonna happen. For now, it's gonna happen in March, and by March, it's gonna be open to Panama, between Panama and Colombia. Eventually, because it's really the two countries always have a very strong economical partnership. So
And history.
in history
Very
too,
long
yeah.
history
we're,
together.
We're brother countries in a way. We fought together to independence with Spain. So we have a lot of beautiful history behind, and Panama, it just become a very gold mine for many things, and it's a country full of opportunities, now, especially for Panamanians and for foreigners that we wanted to come here and be part of that economy. So one of the tours that I would do is that sometimes I've taken people to Cali or Medellin or Bogota, which are the main cities. I really want to hope to open one, and I have a friend a good friend of ours, Barbara Sievers, she wants to go to Cartagena, so I have to make it want to Cartagena.
You know why? Because of Romancing the Stone.
I know. Yeah.
That's all we dream of is sliding down with what's his name? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why.
What's his name?
You know what's his name?
I don't know. I don't usually slide down anywhere with
You
somebody
know.
called what's his name.
It was.
If you don't know his name, you shouldn't be
I
sliding
hardly
with
even
him.
know my own name. I'm lucky to even be alive.
I know and nobody will the actor, the
Yes.
male actor, but
It was,
Michael
Douglas.
Douglas, yes.
and the
Yeah.
girl was.
She was very famous, but
She was a huge star then. Kathy? You know who I mean.
No,
Yeah.
She's got dark hair.
no.
She was a huge actress. Come on, people, call in.
well, because of the Romancing Stone, I want to propose to my fiance. I gave her a Colombian emerald too, so that goes well with that.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
special.
Very nice.
See,
Yeah.
romancing. Thank you, Michael Douglas.
Yeah, true inspired.
So, okay, so you're pretty sure that everything's going to open on time?
Yes, I mean,
Or is that an
I
optimism?
can be sure as the facts I have right now,
Yeah, fair
and
enough.
I can be sure as the feeling I have. Of course, I'm not the president of Panama, so he can
Or
change
Minza.
it. Yeah, or I'm not Minza. But in
Right.
the end, who make things happen is the president.
Absolutely.
President say jump, everyone have to just respond how high. Simple it is. So still the RT numbers looks good. We as a nation, as a citizens, we have to be responsible and keep the precautions, the restrictions, respect. Even if for people don't want to wear the mask in your home or by yourself in the car, that's fine. When you get into the public, just be thoughtful for others,
Right.
and that's the
it's
best
not
way.
that much to ask.
Yeah, that's
it's
it.
not comfortable, but
Wearing
oh,
a
wow.
mask is nothing different than put your seatbelt in the car
Exactly.
or
and that
not
took some
drinking
getting
when you're
used
driving.
to.
Yeah.
And change your mask. Don't
And
wear
change
it.
your mask.
Don't wear it for 4 hours a day, 10 days in a row.
And don't
because
put it
by
in your
then
glove
you're going to
compartment.
get. Yeah, right.
Because everything just grows in there.
Yeah.
Wash it. If it's washable, wash it.
Yeah. Today, it's just. Don't you think that today, Monday, starting blue skies, a little clouds, but this is one of the beautiful things we love. This province, this
Yeah.
town.
It's beautiful.
It's getting, I think we're going
I
to
love the
be
rain, too.
heading sort of towards the windy season soon and
Oh yeah.
much less rain.
Yeah.
But,
I love the rain.
I understand that October is like one of the rainiest months of the year.
It is, but in my experience living here for 11 years, it can be, but it cannot be that month. Sometimes it can be in September, which is being proven.
Yeah, well,
Sometimes
the last
can
couple
be
of weeks,
August.
Okay, good, because things have been looking kind of
Yeah.
windy-ish.
Now,
we've had a lot of rain and
Yes.
terrible lightning
yes,
storms lately.
yes. Oh, there was
Yeah.
one lightning that hit. I would say it was in my 7th Street, and it literally shook the house.
I know.
We're here in Alto.
Wow.
It was bad.
It's really, and it's right on top.
Yeah, so
know, it's been
I
intense.
forgot to kind of like wander around to see it because we were quite sure it hit it very in the less than 50 meters, 100 meters from the house.
Absolutely.
Wow. Hey,
That was
if anyone's really interested, today's the day that the sports federative activities begin and are reopened. But of
Course,
course,
what?
the federal sports, the national sports teams, they
there's
begin
the
operating
soccer
today.
league,
Their
uh-huh.
games are allowed as of today. However, you can't go there.
Yeah, not yet.
So
Not
never
yet.
mind.
So there may be a baseball game today,
Yeah.
but you're not going.
Yeah,
Only in
it-
your mind.
Although the baseball league will be starting next year because they only do, or maybe I don't know because they kind of like have to cancel this year because everything happened in March and in March is when it was happening.
Right.
Usually happens in this month for
So what sports open now?
well, they gotta be soccer.
Or
and
football.
Probably football. Potentially basketball and other sports if they do competitions. But it's not just in Panama, in other
Right.
countries and worldwide. In
right.
Europe, even Europe is already past where we already
Yeah.
are right now, and they still the champion leagues just happened, and there was no spectators, no one spectators in the stadiums.
Yeah, but there's a lot of spectators watching on
Oh,
those
yeah.
televisions, and
Yeah.
you know,
But now some of the countries in Europe, and actually Israel is not in Europe, but I know that it has gone back to the previous quarantine.
Lockdown.
They're finding
They're locked down
themselves.
again.
Yeah, they're finding themselves on the second go round of this virus,
Yeah.
and we're really still on the first.
Yeah, the thing is
Well,
with
actually,
the,
they're still on the first two, but unfortunately, if they opened things up too soon,
Yeah.
they had everything really well under control in some of
Right.
these countries.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, well, we can open things up, but people don't. You know, when you say, okay, we can open it up, so they go, okay, well, we're all going to the beach and no one's going to wear a mask.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's all or nothing.
And, you know, but no, go to the beach, wear your mask, and stay apart.
yeah.
Because enjoy what you can do, but still, there's still a virus, a deadly virus out there, folks, and you know, one that can do permanent harm to your body. It's not just that
Totally.
you can get sick. You can get sick and have things that last for the rest of your life from it.
Yeah.
that's more intimidating to me than the virus itself.
Yes,
Yes.
Having
it
to
is.
after you've spent your whole life trying to be active and healthy and everything else, and then you're left with a heart disease or
Yeah.
lungs. Oh my God, that's
I
so
think-
scary.
All
I
right,
think-
so go to the beach, go to
Yes.
the public things that you want to enjoy. Keep your mask on, social distance, use gel or alcohol or
Yeah,
something.
unless you're by yourself, and then don't wear a mask.
If you're by yourself in the middle of nowhere, fine,
Yeah.
you don't need a mask, but you should still take precautions. Uh-oh, is your phone okay?
Yeah,
We just lost a phone here. The fiance dropped her phone. She's really
That's
cute.
why we have good coverage. On
yeah,
our,
she does.
Yeah.
But you know, one of the things that I personally will suggest to everybody is keep the precautions, eat healthy, and very work. People need to work on also personal hygiene and your hands. You know, the alcohol, wash your hands. But another thing is also keep your mindset, like be precautious, but don't be in fear. Fear is not good either. So it's okay to be precautious. It's okay to respect this virus. This virus is to
Absolutely.
respect, because anyway, we can die anytime, any day. So the best way to see is respect the virus, keep the precautions, eat healthy, but
And
leave.
respect your
But leave.
community.
And respect your community, but leave. You know, like don't stop living. Like
No, you have to
don't
live.
give up on life. Don't
I
give up
agree.
on life. Just keep doing as much as you can, wisely, with precautions, with thoughtfulness, and everything is gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be all right. Bob Marley say one day.
You know, I'm happy that the stores are opening, and I think if you need something, you should go to a store and buy it. If you need a shirt, go buy one. But if you don't need one, just because the store is open,
yeah.
don't run into a store. Just
Go to
Yeah.
Amazon or go to some other place, order online.
Now,
No, I think you should support
I know
the
we
stores.
want to support the locals,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You
it's
need to
scary
support
go
the
in.
stores. I think it's
Yeah.
important to support the stores.
Yes,
But
yes.
I don't think you should be into a store as a tourist.
yes, definitely.
Or
Go-
trying something on. Who knows?
No, don't try it on.
No. You
Take
can't
it
try
home,
anything on.
wash it, then try it on.
Yeah.
And then when
it-
it's too small, then you're screwed.
You couldn't
Yeah.
return it anyway. What's the difference?
Right. Very true.
Another thing, and thank you, Cynthia, for mentioning that, is I will encourage like here in Boquete, the moment the retail opens, let's go everybody to La Reina. Let's go everybody to other stores across the street from La Reina. You know, try to support them as much as we can. Try to buy local. Yes, if it's something they don't have, then we go to David, but make sure we support the local stores
Right.
and the
If you
people
need
that-
something, go buy it.
But be
if you
thoughtful.
don't need something, stay out of the
Exactly,
stores.
exactly.
Respect yourself and respect other people. I mean,
Yes.
you know, this is a community effort. It's not an individual thing. And you are not bigger. Your desires are not bigger than the community's welfare.
Yeah.
Sorry,
If you
folks.
think they are, bye-bye.
Yeah, go back. No.
Go back where you came from.
No.
Oh, God.
Don't say that.
Oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Come on.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Stay here. Just, you know,
Stay.
stay and,
And
become one of
learn.
the community.
And learn to be gracious and generous.
What's the expression they use
I love
in the
this humor.
States? What do they call people like women who?
Karens.
Oh, right. So don't be a Karen
Don't be a Karen.
or a
do what I
Ken.
want.
I think the male
Oh, is it
equivalent
the
is a
Ken?
Ken.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You ladies are
Do you-
wonderful.
Oh, my God. Anything can
Do
happen.
your
It
best to
does.
do your best.
Yeah? Oh, do your best, forget the rest.
Yeah. Hey, I think we should take a musical break here. What do
I
you
think?
think?
So.
Go for it. Number one. Okay, hey. So remember.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly. Pack up, let's fly away.
Oh, yeah.
Were there other people? We're back on the air. Welcome back. You've been listening to Frank Sinatra's Come Fly With Me. And pretty soon we're going to be able to fly other
Yes,
places. For those of us with U.S. passports, we'll be a little limited in where we can go for a while, but
With good reason.
You know, it's okay. Get out your third and fourth passports and go wherever you want.
The one you bought.
This is On the Air with Cynthia and Barbara, broadcasting live on Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM,
Ciento Tres, Punto Tres.
And we're talking with the amazing Oscar Pena. So we were just like off the air kind of talking about being cautious about where we go, and
Yes.
the parks by province next week.
Yes.
There are parks and rivers and natural parks, and those are going to be opened by province, and we still haven't heard which provinces and what parks are open yet.
Yeah.
But you were talking about using common sense.
Yes, just even common sense, I would say most people, they work during the week. And if they get a chance to go to the beach, might be on the weekend. Well, if you have the means, you have a vehicle, try to go in a day that is not people there, like a Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, someday. And if you see there's people, well, go try to find a spot that is not that many people. And just be precautious. The same thing like anywhere, because we have to live with this for a little while. For how long, we don't know. But as long as we have this situation, we have to know how to be careful and smart about it.
And wouldn't it be, I mean, masks right now feel like a big pain in the neck, but we could end up wearing masks for quite some time. And
Yes.
if that's the only thing we have to do,
Yeah, and that's okay.
it's all right.
So be
what?
it. So be it. Because for me personally, I'm an entrepreneur. If I can work, if I can start making a sustain for my for me, for my family. If my only thing I have to do is wear a mask, so be it. I'll wear a mask, as much as needed. But that's the only thing.
And I'll wear my mask to protect you.
Exactly.
So that you can earn a living.
Exactly.
Because it's a community responsibility for each and
Yeah.
every one of us,
It
not
takes-
just for ourselves.
Exactly. It takes more than one to make this happen. So
village.
we need to be a village. We need to be united in a good ways. We need to be also influenced as positive as we can to any single person we can, and that's why we are here,
What do you say to your 7-year-old?
Well, I said to my 7-year-old, like, try to be good, be respectful, try to be a good influence to your
What do you
family.
say to him, easing his fears and easing his discomfort and all of that?
I tell him like what it is, the discomfort is because he's a kid, so he doesn't like it, but he understands very well to be in public. And sometimes when we go for a ride, he stays in the car, and he was there when we walk out, but we keep more distance. I always keep our distance, especially now. The funny thing is people are very afraid of kids.
I know.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's very true. So it is. My son in a way feels it, but I try to make it like nothing is happening because it's a kid. He doesn't need to feel that fear from other people of him.
It'll be interesting to see this generation when they get to be adults and how they remember this time.
Yes.
My partner was born in 1952, and he remembers tuberculosis. You remember tuberculosis. You don't?
No.
Well, he remembers tuberculosis, and I was born just 2 years later. And I remember it, but I didn't live it. I didn't
Yeah.
lose anybody during it.
Yeah.
It'll just be interesting to see how the kids interpret this time and what fears
You
come
sure
up
he
for them.
remembers tuberculosis and not polio?
I remember all those.
Because tuberculosis was back in the 30s, I think, when it was really
What
big
was
in the
the one-
States.
I thought it was tuberculosis, but it was the one we got the shot for. Is that polio?
Yeah, that was a polio vaccine.
I don't even have
We
my
we
vaccine.
had all those vaccinations back in my
Yeah.
home country. I'm sure here in Panama a lot of people
Yeah.
did too. But there's another thing that now they mention, folks. Don't forget there is, besides this pandemic, there is still dengue outside, still all kinds of things. And dengue is one of the diseases that have been killed millions and millions on yellow fever.
Yeah.
And it's still there. We need a vaccination for yellow fever. So there is a lot of controversy about the vaccination.
Yeah.
And there has been some rumors about vaccination being imposed here, which was a fake news spread
Yes.
and irresponsibly by someone. But if it comes to vaccination, I know Panama, no matter what, it will not harm their own people in that way. If there is going to be a vaccination approved by the government, they're going to run the tests and make sure the
Make
vaccination
sure
is
it's
good.
clean and safe.
And me personally, if I have to do it, I will do it. What else am I going to do?
They're starting the
I'm one of the
trials.
people who will not be the first to run out and get a vaccine.
Yeah.
I'll wait and see how you react to it first.
Yeah, and that's what it takes. I'm blessed to have a strong body right now. So
And I'm
we'll
old.
see.
And I'm old and I don't want to
No,
take a chance.
but the thing is, yeah. I mean, even if they have a strong body, if the government say to leave the country, need to get vaccinated, well, there's only one thing I can do: to get vaccine.
They're starting the trials with people over 60.
Yes.
Is what I'm seeing.
Now, the one of the thing is the contraindications, and they have. That's the main fear. What is the contraindication of this vaccine? Because that's actually really, this is now no joke, and a lot of people, the thing is, if you got the vaccine, then you're gonna get the 5G. I don't know. It's so much going on.
I
with
know,
the
it's hard to know
conspiracies.
what's true. It's hard to know what's
Yes.
current. It's hard to know
Exactly.
what we should focus on. We're
Exactly.
trying to be mindful, but we're like,
All the microchip in it.
Yeah, right.
Anyway,
I remember
This
the
is
Yes,
first
and the
time.
this is
tailings-
a whole. This is a
And the
whole.
tailings from airplanes are something
This
that...
is a
I
whole.
remember the first
That's
time.
a whole story. There's a
that-
whole.
Yeah, and the earth is flat, so don't walk to the edge because you'll fall off.
We grew up in a time when Big Brother was
Yeah.
trying to get his fingers into us.
What?
Yeah.
Big Brother. And
Who's Big Brother?
Big Brother was always the guy who was going to come down and know what was going on. And I remember standing with my son, who was like maybe in his 30s at the time, and we were at a grocery store, and they asked for my zip code. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't give out my zip code." And Ben said, "Mom, they've got your zip code. It's not like a Social Security number." But you know what? Slowly.
But the only reason the store wanted your zip code, and they probably didn't
I don't
have
give
it.
any personal information.
Yeah, the only reason they wanted your zip code, which is, you and 2 other million people live in that same zip code.
I know. What
So-
a surprise.
The reason they wanted it is because that would give them information on where to put their advertising. That's the only
Well, I
reason
didn't
they
give
want
it.
it. Well,
And Ben
okay.
embarrassed me, but I said, "Look, you don't know about Big Brother." He said, "Soon they're going to have it all," and I really didn't think so. But
Well,
now, yes.
What you do online is more likely to give out personal information than buying groceries in a store and giving out your zip code.
Well, now we have a variety of ways to give out our personal information.
We have too many ways to give out personal information.
Yeah.
What my favorite is, you'll go on Facebook and one of your friends will post something like, "Hey, what were you listening to in 19 blah blah blah
Yeah.
blah." And what you've just done is you've told some advertising agency or some other kind of company what your age is, what your sex is, and what your personality is like by the type of music you chose.
Yeah.
So it's not a wise thing to do any of those tests.
I mean,
folks.
anything out of the 60s and 70s, we all loved it. So there's no personality and there's no gender.
No,
Everybody
that's-
was on the same page with it.
But these things they're insidious for getting information and figuring out
Yeah.
what ads politically to send you and what things to send you to change your mind about things.
Yeah, everything is about the influence. Like there is a different type of influence
Right.
in the social media.
The
And
influencers, yeah.
And you don't know where that influence is coming from which country.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
And some influencers, they do whatever it takes to get to get something free, and to get the money, and they will do it. There is other influencers that will just do what they feel is right, when they feel is good. So there is how do you judge one another, only by the character or only by the history of that type of influencer.
And you may or may not even see the influencer.
Exactly.
That's something that's going on in the background behind you. And I think we've gotten a lot more aware of security and everything else, not
Yes.
just because of 9/11, but because our whole world, since I was a little girl, is like a totally different place. Mm-hmm. And I remember my parents saying that, and my parents were alive during the Depression. I remember thinking, oh, pff. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
really different.
Yeah.
It's a different
Yeah.
world.
But now we just keep one day at a time, see what happens. But I'm ready. I'm really been out of work for 6 months now.
Wow,
So-
that's a long time to go without work.
I got
supporting a
It's a long
family
time for a
and
wife
yeah.
to be home with a man who doesn't work.
I have
Retirement.
but we got paint the house. I got to fix my backyard.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
nice.
lot of good projects we got done.
Hey,
house.
Panama just announced that there's an automatic extension of expired or expiring cedulas.
Yes,
So they just announced that that's going to go automatically extended till January 31st, 2021.
That's right around the corner.
and for
yeah,
those,
but your e-cedula is good for I think 10 years.
yeah,
So if you've been here, 11 years and your e-cedula is expiring or expired,
Yeah.
this is a good thing for you.
yeah.
So does that mean, because they had to do it, because now we can go to Panama City and get our paperwork done?
Yeah, but can you imagine if everyone whose
Yes.
whose e-cedula expired between
Yes.
April and now ran to Panama City to do
Yes,
it?
I can imagine.
By the
it.
way, do you know that your permanent residency card, you don't have to go to Panama City anymore to get? You can get it in David?
And David, yes,
Yeah.
you can get that, and
Do
also
we have one of those?
Yeah, you have
you
one
can
of those.
apply in David or you can apply in Panama City, as your convenience. With the drive license right now, there is on and off the interview or the appointments of the U.S. Embassy, at least with the
Oh,
the
for
U.S.
getting
citizens.
it for your
Yeah.
U.S.
For getting-
driver's license. Right.
But right now, a lot of people have to do is get the test like the first time, go to the academy lessons in David, and just do the test, do the driving, And the only challenge is a lot of those academies are Spanish speakers.
I know. That's why I was so worried when we
Yeah.
first came here.
But I got a solution for that, or we have a solution, and many people offer this solution. Well, one of the things that I do for living is to provide services for expats, and one of them is to be a private interpreter. And also because I have experience with vehicles, I have experience. I consider myself a decent driver. But
Actually, people have recommended you and said that you're a very good driver and that being in your company for the length of a trip is fun.
yeah, I'll try. I try to make it as fun as possible. Hey, let's. It's my job, but if I can make it fun, well, so be
Totally.
it. Yeah, why not? I always make people laugh at me or with me. Either. I love
As
it.
long as there's a laugh, we're in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So we have created a company. These are services that have been offering for at least 10 years by now. It's called Panama Expat Service. And to people that want to check out this company, it's www.panamaexpatservice.com. And it's a sister company of my relocation company, Retiring Panama Tours. And this company, we offer services and assistance for people that already here in Panama. They maybe want to come here to Panama by themselves, but it's still sometimes the tweaks, the little bit
Absolutely.
extra help. And we have an excellent team. There we have like a banking or medical assistance, insurance, lawyer firms for migration, and transportation, private transportation, interpreter, all kinds of services that can be handy for some people. It's still for
It's
some people.
important to know that's available because
Yeah.
you're going to need at least one of those services at least once.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a learning curve. There's definitely a steep learning curve. Even
Yeah.
though you feel prepared to be here, there's a lot to get
Yeah.
used to.
And then sometimes as a foreigner, even though I speak the language, when I first got here, I didn't know how things get done.
I know. That's the biggest thing is how do
Exactly.
things get done? And
Exactly.
who makes things get done?
Exactly. And sometimes here in Latin America, this is a general way in Latin America. It's always how you approach the situation.
That's-
A smile can change anything. A good morning, un buenos dias with a big smile can get you further than many things.
Always,
It's
with
very-
everything.
Yeah.
Always.
I learned that so well, and I was able, for instance, to find the paperwork, get the paperwork straight for that car. A good friend of mine, they have to send back to the United States, and for 3 or 4 years the car was stuck here. It was full covered of mold and everything, and nobody could be able to repatriate the vehicle, export it back to the U.S. It took me 6 months. But I was able to get all the paperwork and customs just by that. I didn't do anything. I didn't have to offer money to anybody. I was just approaching and be patient because it's a lot of patience you have to go. So that's one of the, I guess,
One of the
expertise and
lessons.
that. But also it takes the character and the experience for you to know how things are done.
Absolutely.
And
That's so
that's-
important. More important here than any place I've ever lived.
So that's why I consider myself a facilitator in that way.
Absolutely.
Cutting the red tape. Sometimes there's a lot of red tape in some things, and sometimes it's just like easy.
Yeah. We love people like you because we need that. I mean, even I've lived
you.
here 6 years and I still
Yeah.
feel like there's always questions.
Yeah.
Here's a question that I sort of came up with. I hike up in the cloud forest and everything else every day. And I also hike in a lot of fincas
Yes.
because I have permission from the owners.
Okay.
I'm not going to name the name of the finca, but the other day I went to a finca that I usually go to hike.
Yes.
The gate was open. I walked in, and 2 or 3 guys stopped me and said, "Mucho coronavirus." They weren't
Wow.
closed though,
Yeah.
so there was no way that anybody could have known not
Yeah.
to go into that finca.
Yeah.
So are there rules around if there's no sign on the gate and the gate is closed?
Well,
what do we do? How do
if
we
you go
manage
to
that?
especially if you're to a private property, you
Yeah.
should not go unless you have authorization from the owner,
Yeah.
and the people should know you're going. If it is an open trail, I don't know, up in the woods in Jaramillo, if you know the path, there is nothing compromising your security because
Yes.
sometimes people can be extra adventurous and get themselves in trouble, getting
Yes.
lost. And that's one of the sensitive topics to me because I used to be guiding hikes, and And that's one of the main things we encourage the people. Some people can be a little bit stubborn and then, I want to go there. Like people come here, I want to go to the Baru volcano and flip-flops. Oh, okay.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, because they read in a book, and they don't realize altitude, demographics, anything, all these factors, temperature,
and totally
fog.
and completely isolated.
Exactly.
I carry my partner got me a geo tracker, so that wherever I am, even if I can't communicate by phone, he'll always be able to see where I am. I mean, I don't always carry it, but I always carry it when I hike.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's another factor. Has to be self-conscious about if you're going outdoors in a trail or a path.
Totally.
Just be aware where you're going. Make sure the weather. Don't go in the afternoons, especially in the rainy season, because normally in the rainy season is when is the most of the rain, and also the condensation drops, so it's very foggy. If you're in Jaramillo, some areas like a Pianista, by 3 in the afternoon, you don't see 2 meters ahead of you.
No. Do
You don't
not
see
go
nothing.
out after
And
12.
you can take the wrong turn and end up on a path that's not the one you intended to be on.
Or in a cliff.
A jungle
You can
looks
take
or
a
a cliff.
footpath. You can take a
Yeah.
footpath that isn't the footpath that you intended,
Yeah.
and it's going to dead end about another 20
it's gonna
minutes
look
up
just
the
like
road,
the other
and
footpath.
you're going to be lost.
Yeah.
It's so easy. It's so
Yeah.
easy to get turned around. Everything looks the same in the jungle.
Any outdoors and hikes.
Take a buddy with you.
Yeah, and also let people know. Like more than one person know where you're going, the time you're expecting to be back.
Yeah.
And that's very just a
And where
normal
the car's
security.
parked.
And that's true everywhere around the world. One of my sons went on a hike with a friend of his. I think they actually had motorbikes, and they went up a mountain on their motorbikes. They're not motorbikes; they're the little bikes that
Dirt bikes.
dirt bikes,
Mm-hmm.
but with engines.
Yes.
And they went up a mountain, and they didn't take any like winter coats with them, and it was kind of like fall season.
Yeah.
Well, one of them fell and had an accident on his and couldn't make it back. They got lost coming back down. What they finally did, and they had told people that they would be back down by a certain time, but what they finally did is they took the fuel out of one of the bikes and lit a fire. And that's how they were found, because they wouldn't
That's
have been
smart.
found. And to spend the night in the mountains
Yeah.
without a coat or a blanket or something
Yeah.
with you is very dangerous. I mean, it's
Yeah.
hypothermia.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
this is
Right.
not. This is a wild place.
Yes.
This is wild. The hikes are wild hikes. There's no
Yeah.
little man from the park standing
Yeah.
around helping you to go do things. There's
Yeah.
nothing.
There is
You're out
nothing.
there. And if there's
And,
an animal, you're screwed.
The woods in Panama, especially in the mountains and all the mountain
We have
range that we have,
animals.
it is when it comes down the fog, it gets so thick.
Yeah.
You don't even see it. And not long ago, so many
Snakes.
years ago, snakes. It's so many things can get. Now there is some. You always get the protection. And one of the trainings that I did to SINAPROC, the National Protection Civil, is when you go hiking, go like if you're going to stay for 3 days.
Right. Prepare.
Pack your backpack, waterproof gear, hiking boots, making sure your long pants. Depends
That's
where
a
you
good
are.
point.
You know, and the long pants can be as thick or as thin depending of the demographics. If it's humid, well, don't wear something that's too thick because you're gonna,
Yeah.
struggle with the heat.
Hey,
And snacks, water, all
That's
this.
a good
yeah.
point. Thank you.
Hey, Oscar, have you? No, I'm not going to ask. I was going to ask you if you're real familiar with what happens about this time of day on our show.
No.
We get an absolute wonderful treat.
Oh my God.
Brasilissimo arrives with a beautiful pizza,
Epa.
and we get to eat
We're
it
so lucky every week.
every week. So,
That's
surprise.
wonderful.
hola!
Good morning.
Congratulations, Nuevo Restaurante.
Eso.
So, did you move? You moved down the
Yeah.
street? Are you
It's up.
open down the street?
Oi,
Today.
Today.
Today they are moving.
Anyway, thank you.
Today they are moving down the street
Which
from
location?
where they were. They were across from Los Establos.
Okay.
And now they're a little further down in what used to be.
Volcancito Pizza, or Volcan Pizza, or Volcan, something.
Pizzeria La Volcánica.
Volcanica.
Yeah, but now they're there and they have the sign up. I noticed the sign is up, so you can't miss it. Big
it's all
yellow and green
yellow,
sign
Umbria.
that says Brasilissimo. and you can get pizza, and you can get pasta, and you can get fish, and you can get chicken, and you can get carne. You can get all sorts of things
Yes,
there.
very open
From
menu.
11 in the morning till 10 at night, and they do deliver to your home.
Yes, yes.
So-
We should know this by heart. 506.
6
I remember. 65465663. It's the number of Pizzeria Brasilerissimo.
Let's sing it.
Yes. Yeah, can you sing that for
That's
us?
how I learned things in school. 6.
Can you sing that for us, sir?
He's ignoring
I
it.
think he's going
I'm
to.
not a very good singer, so.
Look at the new pizza vegetarian special.
A
It's a
new
brand new
vegetarian
New-
pizza.
The new vegetarian pizza.
Especial.
Was this the one that you brought to Al's on Friday?
I don't understand.
La que
Al
le
Stefanelli?
llevaron el viernes.
Oh,
La que llevaron el viernes a to who?
Wow.
Al Stefanelli. Oh, that one looks so.
Okay, folks. So on this pizza is, oh my goodness, it
Everything.
has
Full vegetarian. Oh,
lots.
yeah.
It's a vegetarian pizza. Beautiful crust on it. It has tomatoes. It has red onion. It has
Green pepper,
green
yellow
pepper,
pepper.
yellow pepper,
Black
black
olives.
olives,
Yeah.
Tomato.
tomato, corn.
I love the corn.
Oh my gosh, broccoli. Broccoli,
Cauliflower.
cauliflower, yeah, cauliflower,
Oh, it
broccoli,
smells phenomenal.
and a little queso. It smells so good.
Amazing.
Oh wow, Oscar and Miss Fiance, whose name I forget. Megan,
Megan?
would you like to grab a piece?
Wait a minute. I'll get.
Do we
I'll
have
get
some
us-
napkins or something?
Yes.
Yeah. Our waiter, commonly referred to as Bolivian, will bring us some napkins. He's the best. Bolivar watches out for us. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous?
Yeah.
Bon appetit. Wow.
Well, thanks, Brasilerísimo. Brasilerísimo.
Brasilissimo. And we want you to take a bite of that and let us know how absolutely delicious it is.
Want a piece? Oh, look, I didn't get a good. Let me take one.
Next week, I have shrimp.
Next week,
Camarones,
shrimp. Next week. Next week there's going to be shrimp
Wow,
on the
this
menu,
is
folks.
delicious.
So that's
As a matter
Brasilimissimo.
of fact, this is one of the best vegetarian pizzas I ever had in a while.
Did you hear this?
Everybody,
Listen to Oscar.
Yeah.
Oscar,
Very good
who-
vegetarian pizza.
It is. Look, if it tastes half as good as it looks, I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing to say about this pizza. It's
Oh, thank you.
it's appetizing to your eye, and it smells fabulous. And as soon as
Tastes
we're off the
delicious.
air, I'm going to be eating a piece of it.
Looks beautiful, smell delicious, tastes delicious.
And Megan,
So
what do you say?
convenient.
Delicioso.
Sabroso.
Wow, sabroso. Wow, good taste, huh? Nice, very nice. Senor, do you want to come out here and grab a piece too?
He has a.
You got it. And what do you think of it today?
Oh, sorry.
He keeps turning his mic off, folks.
Sorry. It's delicious. I always refer this as the best vegetarian pizza in the town.
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't even try vegetarian pizza before of this, and this is just delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for me that I grew up a little bit not much eating veggies because a little bit be stubborn, but but when you can have a pizza, you know, there is, you know, I was the type of person say, if you're gonna eat pizza, you're gonna put all the cheese and ham and all the stuff, chicken, whatever it is. But this is a wonderful flavor, and it's a great
And
the
it's
crust,
healthy.
and it's very healthy.
Yeah.
And it's such a fun way and delicious way to eat veggies.
And I'm looking, there's some seasoning on the
I
top
know.
of it too.
You don't even
and it
notice.
looks like
It's not even
Yeah.
painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some beautiful looking seasoning on top of it too. And I'm not sure if that's oregano or.
I'm getting another pizza this week from them.
You heard it first.
Maybe today.
Ooh! Oscar's buying another pizza today.
He's treating
Because
it.
it's so
hey, everybody,
fabulous.
call Oscar. He's treating you to a pizza.
Marie Larry's son used, when he was a little boy, he would eat the pizza, he would eat the cheese, and he would eat the dough, but he didn't want the oreganos. Take the oreganos off.
Yeah.
How the hell do you take an oregano?
How do you take oregano off?
It may not have
little
been real
flake.
oregano. I don't know.
Oregano is good for you. I
Yeah,
think.
oregano is good for you. Yes.
It's-
This is. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Are we almost off the air?
We're off.
We're almost off the air, so
Yeah.
we have a little. Oh my goodness, it's time to say goodbye to everybody. So here we go. Thank you for tuning in to On the Air with Cynthia and Barbara on Radio Cherokee, 103.3 FM, Ciento Tres, Punto Tres. Thank you, Bolivar, for
Thank
engineering
you.
our show. Thank you to Radio Cherokee 103.3 for allowing us to be on their airwaves. Thank you to Oscar Pena for
My
sharing great
truly pleasure.
information and
My truly
Megan.
pleasure.
Thank you,
and
Megan.
Megan for being here with him, keeping him straight. Remember, when you go out, to wear a mask, wash your hands often, and keep yourself and your community safe.
Yes.
On Fridays, you can listen to Al Stefanelli's broadcast from 10 to 11. And then at 2 on Friday, it's Mike Weber's wonderful Strange Brew Music, which is rebroadcast today at 2.
Wow.
And on Saturdays, it's Dr. Shannon talking with your doctor from 10 to 11. So all of those shows are in English.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That is a great for to keep entertaining yourself if you don't wanna leave your home.
That's right. Lots
Well,
of good
it's,
things
you
to
know, you
hear.
can listen to us in the car too.
On the car, yeah.
And on your computer. Okay, don't forget Pizza Brasilissimo down the road, across and down now from Los Establos, closer to the park, serving up pizza, pasta, chicken, and fish with a Brazilian flair. Thank you, everyone, for listening to On the Air with Cynthia and Barbara. Have a safe, healthy, and wonderful week. Hopefully, Mensa and everybody will say, hey, you can get out next Saturday, but we'll wait and see. We'll
Yeah.
be talking to you again
Whatever
on
happens,
next Monday.
we'll stay tuned.
Yes. Have a
Stay
good day, everybody.
Ciao.
Let you down. So many times I've played around. I tell you now they don't mean a thing. Every place I go I think of you. Every song I sing for you. When I come back I'll wear your wedding ring. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm a leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go. Now the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. Then close your eyes, I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the time I won't have to say. Kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. I don't know when I'll be back again. Oh babe, I hate to go.
Chewing on a piece of grass, walking down the road. Tell me, how long you gonna stay here, Joe? Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, waiting for the early train. Sorry boy, but I've been hit by purple rain. Aw, come on Joe, you can always change your name. Thanks a lot son, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Whoa, 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 whoa. 'Cause a free wind is blowing through your hair, and the days surround your daylight there. Seasons crying, no despair. Alligator lizards in the air, in the
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there where the air is rarefied, we'll just slide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer, 'cause we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there where the air is red.
Muy buenos días, bendiciones. Una vez más nos encontramos aquí, Radio Chiriquí, como todos los lunes, en nuestro programa de radio de 30 minutos, en donde traemos a la comunidad todo el trabajo que estamos realizando, todo lo que está por venir en los próximos días. Y bueno, desearles a todos un excelente inicio de semana. Dios me lo bendiga a todos. Bueno, para iniciar, quisiera... nos están llamando, nos están escribiendo el día de hoy, referente al tema de los bonos. Al momento, a la fecha, ¿verdad? No hemos recibido aún respuesta. Hoy temprano, hace unos minutos, le escribimos al presidente del Consejo Provincial, al honorable Jorge Montenegro, para saber específicamente cuál es el cronograma, cuál es la fecha que llegan los bonos. Espero sea ya esta semana, porque siempre llegan aproximadamente del 16 por ahí. Así que bueno, reiterarles una vez más a los sectores de San Francisco, San Boni, Macano, Divino Niño. Una vez nos lleguen los bonos, vamos a iniciar en estos sectores. Perdón, ya que el mes pasado no logramos cubrir estas áreas. Así que vamos a iniciar en San Francisco, San Boni y Macano, Divino Niño. Apenas nos lleguen los bonos. Esperemos tener una respuesta positiva durante el día. Así que bueno, les estaré informando o les estaremos haciendo conocer por medio de las redes sociales. Eso con el tema de los bonos. Referente a lo que venimos haciendo, nosotros estuvimos la semana pasada, estuvimos realizando una gira en la ciudad capital, en donde, bueno, logramos concretizar varios temas, entre los cuales le puedo mencionar, conversamos con el ministro del MIBI, con el licenciado Rogelio Paredes, en donde le entregamos una nota una vez más, de dándole el seguimiento a la legalización de los lotes de Virgen de Guadalupe. Son 142 familias que esperan ya por más de 20 años que se logre ya la legalización de estos lotes. Ya estamos en contacto. Hoy en la mañana estamos enviando lo que es los planos del área y otras cosas que él nos solicitó, ¿verdad?, para darle el debido proceso. Pero sí está el compromiso de que en esta administración Virgen de Guadalupe va a notificar, a conseguir ese título de propiedad que tanto ha esperado por muchos años. Adicional, logramos conversar temas de los proyectos que quedaron por ejecutar, proyectos de lo que era la administración pasada, de sanidad básica, el tema de vivienda. Y bueno, tenemos una respuesta positiva de que ese plan se va a continuar con otro nombre, pero van a seguir las ayudas de mejoramientos de vivienda, y construcción de vivienda. Así que positivo por esa parte, ¿verdad?, de que poco a poco estamos logrando adquirir más beneficio para la comunidad por medio de nuestra gestión. Eso en cuanto al tema del MIBI. Por otro lado, se dejó en presidencia la nota solicitándole el debido seguimiento de 5 proyectos importantes para nosotros. Estuve compartiendo en las redes sociales el tema del parque, el parque en la cancha San Francisco. Este parque está ubicado atrás de la iglesia católica y consideramos que es un lugar apropiado adecuarlo, ya que es como el centro del corregimiento. Este proyecto nosotros lo presentamos o iniciamos a elaborarlo hace prácticamente un año cuando ingresamos a nuestra administración. Y lo que estamos ahorita tocando las puertas, buscando el recurso para iniciar este proyecto. Vamos a estar elaborando lo que es los planos y todo lo demás para presentarlo de repente en consulta ciudadana este año y ir avanzando, pues, porque si no logramos por medio del gobierno central, que sea por acá por el presupuesto del IBI, que manejamos en conjunto que es administrado por la alcaldía, pues, más que todo. Así que esa era parte del proyecto, parte de la nota que fuimos a entregar a presidencia. Ahí también entregamos el tema del matadero de Alto Boquete, que queremos saber en qué estatus se encuentra eso, si hay planes, en qué presupuesto estará, si es en 2020, 21, 22. O sea, tener luces verdes de para cuándo tendremos una respuesta. Adicional, en esa nota estaba lo del seguimiento a la policlínica de Alto Boquete, que queremos que ya se logre su culminación. Y en efecto, nosotros el día jueves en las mañanas logramos una cita con la nueva presidenta de la Junta Técnica, de la directiva, de la Junta Técnica de la Caja de Seguro Social. La licenciada nos recibió en su despacho, les explicamos todo el tema de la policlínica y toda la información que hemos estado dando nosotros seguimiento en conjunto con el director de la Caja de Seguro Social, el director Enrique Lao, que ya nos había dado una respuesta, pero queríamos, como quien dice, darle continuidad. Ella estará enviándonos un informe de lo que fue la visita de los técnicos hace como 3 semanas acá a Boquete. Ella nos va a conseguir ese informe, porque ese informe nos va a dar a nosotros luz verde para saber cuándo se van a reiniciar las labores en la policlínica. Eso nos va a dar luz verde de saber si es la misma empresa, si se va a licitar, o sea, el estatus en que eso se encuentra ahorita. Lo vamos a conocer con la respuesta que ella nos estará elaborando y enviando a nosotros, enviando al Consejo. Nosotros estuvimos en todo este recorrido con la presidenta del Consejo de Boquete, Consejo Municipal de Boquete, con la honorable Vera Caballero, ¿verdad? Porque lo que buscamos más que todo es darle continuidad a todos esos proyectos que fueron presentados bajo mi administración como presidente del Consejo el primer año, y ahora en conjunto con la honorable Vera vamos a estar visitando esas instituciones, por lo menos la ATT, por el tema de la oficina de registro vehicular, lo de la policlínica, lo del matadero, y bueno, todo el proyecto de calle que se le entregó al ministro del MOP. Toda esa nota con esos 6 proyectos fueron entregados en presidencia para dar el debido seguimiento, y en conjunto con la honorable Vera para la continuidad de seguimiento por medio de la presidencia del Consejo. Adicional a esto, en presidencia logramos conversar. Estos proyectos fueron solicitados por el presidente en un consejo provincial que tuvimos acá en Chiriquí. De los 5 proyectos que más nos interesa a nosotros en nuestro corregimiento, y nosotros, bueno, decidimos que fue el tema de las calles. Solicitamos 18 kilómetros de calle, el tema de la policlínica, el tema del matadero, el tema del parque y la legalización de los lotes de Virgen de Guadalupe. O sea, son temas bien importantes para nosotros lograr conseguir bajo esta administración, ya que por lo menos ahorita el sistema de salud necesita de esa policlínica. El tema de infraestructura, nuestro corregimiento necesita de esas mejoras de calle que hemos estado realizando, ¿verdad? Y bueno, en efecto, eso fue parte de lo que fueron las visitas de nosotros allá en Panamá. No logramos, le entregamos también las notas al MOP para el seguimiento de los 18 kilómetros de carretera en Alto Boquete. Adicional, la construcción del puente sobre la quebrada el Papayo, creo que se llama, es en el área del Francés, que limita con Cochea, mejor conocido como La Planchita. Esa plancha ha cobrado la vida de aproximadamente de 4 a 5 personas. Entonces ya se nos dijo que por lo menos ese puente ya está dentro de un paquete de 50 puentes que van a estar en licitación. O sea que también buena noticia para el área de Francés abajo, de que pronto ese puente estará licitado y podremos llevar a cabo ese proyecto tan solicitado por la comunidad del Francés. Bueno, eso fue parte de lo que fuimos a hacer a Panamá. Entre otros proyectos, le puedo mencionar el tema ahorita. A ver, saludos Lourdes, saludos Darío, Ladies, saludos Delfia, Evelyn, Alan, saludos Fercho, bendiciones hermano. Sí, como les comentaba, el día de ayer nosotros subimos a las redes lo que fue el primer puente, el paso elevado, ¿verdad? El paso elevado del área del diagonal al Instituto Guadalupano. Ya se le instalaron las luces. Estas luces están trabajando por medio de paneles solares. Van a iniciar, creo que, el puente de la escuela de Alto Boquete. Este proyecto contempla 7 pasos elevados y las 14 casetas adyacentes a los pasos elevados. Aún nos falta el paso elevado de Francés Arriba, con las 2 casetas. Nos falta el de la entrada de Caldera, falta el de la Escuela Alto Boquete, falta el del Colegio Benigno, falta el de la entrada de Palmira y falta el de la entrada de Volcancito. Todos estos pasos elevados llevan las luces y en las casetas adyacentes. Alguien me llamaba ayer y me preguntaba pues si este era un proyecto, ¿cómo se llama?, de la administración pasada. Yo les quiero explicar y aclarar algo. Si bien es cierto, nosotros cuando llegamos a la Junta Comunal había un proyecto de 50.000 balboas para la construcción de 2 calles en el sector de diagonal a la Junta Comunal y otro era en la calle de Randil. Cuando hicimos los levantamientos y la evaluación, ahí cuando elaboraron el perfil del proyecto, se mencionaba que el proyecto era alquiler de equipo y que el personal de la Junta Comunal, o sea nosotros, teníamos que hacer las calles. Entonces, si bien es cierto, y hablamos con el ingeniero de Contraloría y el de descentralización, nosotros no tenemos personal idóneo para eso. Y la cantidad de dinero no alcanzaba para la cantidad de metros de asfalto. Entonces, lo que decidimos nosotros fue cambiar el proyecto. En la consulta ciudadana pasada, nosotros ya teníamos la idea del iluminado en los pasos elevados y en las casetas, y en efecto nosotros en la consulta ciudadana se presentó y se modificó, se hizo el cambio de proyecto para el mejoramiento de luminarias en los pasos elevados, y ahí fue donde surge entonces la idea. La empresa lo licitó y se lo ganó por 37.000 balboas. Quedó un saldo de 13.000 balboas que en la próxima consulta ciudadana de este año se tiene que destinar para qué proyecto pudiéramos llevarlo, o si queremos ampliar el mismo proyecto, adecuando otras casetas, no sé. Todo eso se decide en la consulta ciudadana. Yo, por lo menos, como administrador, no dispongo de los dineros. Todo tiene que ser aprobado en la consulta ciudadana, que sea el pueblo que decida en qué quiere que se invierta ese recurso. Entonces, solo para aclarar ese punto, ¿no? Es un saldo que quedó de la administración pasada, pero nosotros en la consulta ciudadana de este año, de nuestra administración, decidimos hacer el cambio, ¿verdad? Porque no daba el presupuesto para la calle, y ahí fue donde surge toda esta idea, ¿verdad? Y de por sí es algo que también la directora de la universidad y la directora del Instituto Guadalupano nos habían solicitado por el tema de seguridad a los estudiantes que utilizan estas áreas luego de dar clases en las noches. Así que bueno, para explicarle y ampliarle el tema de la noticia, de que ese proyecto va a llegar hasta el área, o sea, son 7 pasos elevados. Adicional a esto, quiero agradecer infinitamente al Ministerio de Obras Públicas, desde el ministro Rafael Sabonge, al director regional Arturo López, el ingeniero encargado acá, José Morales, Mario Quintero, y todo el equipo que elabora con ellos en cuanto al tema de equipo pesado y toda la logística. De verdad que he tenido un apoyo increíble de ellos. Voy a cuantificar más o menos cuánto ha sido el monto de ese apoyo, más de un mes de tener por lo menos la pala, realizando trabajo en diferentes sectores. Si bien es cierto, todavía estamos pendientes, ellos tuvieron que llevarse la pala por los derrumbes y deslizamientos en otros sectores de la provincia, y por falta de equipo tuvieron que movilizar la pala hacia allá. Una vez ellos terminan las labores, vamos a nuevamente solicitar el apoyo, ya que tenemos un sector bien importante que es el sector de la familia Suira, un sector que lleva años solicitando el desvío de unas aguas que pasan al frente de su casa, y que estas aguas son las que afectan el área de Zamboni también con las crecientes cuando llueve. Adicional a esto, movilizar ese equipo al área de la Manga Vieja, en donde toda esa calle está totalmente destruida. Las aguas han dañado todo el sistema pluvial y tenemos que hacer unos cruces de alcantarilla ahí en ese sector. Son 2 sectores importantes ahorita que nosotros vamos a intervenir una vez llegue nuevamente la pala a nuestro corregimiento. Y ya de ahí continuar diagonal a la Universidad UNACHI de Boquete, en donde vamos a habilitar un paso que se dificulta ahora para los vehículos chicos o para los camiones que recolectan la basura, el ingreso a esta área, ya que es un lugar bien estrecho. Esa área también la vamos a adecuar. Eso con el equipo pesado de la pala. Nosotros igual tenemos un cronograma de trabajo en donde a nosotros se nos asigna el equipo para el día 20 de noviembre. 20 de noviembre, ahorita el equipo está siendo trasladado el día 20 de septiembre. Va a iniciar en el corregimiento de Bajo Boquete hasta el 20 de noviembre. De ahí entonces nos corresponde a nosotros todo el equipo. Vamos a seguir el cronograma de trabajo. Tenemos trabajo pendiente en Mata del Francés. Queremos habilitar esa calle que está bien mala. Queremos habilitar sectores de La Tranca. Queremos habilitar, bueno, en fin, tenemos un listado ahí en Villaboquete también. En Villaboquete hay una parte que cada vez que llueve se inunda. Queremos habilitar también esa parte. Tenemos en el área de La Tranca, el área de La Tranca son varios sectores que estamos programando para iniciar trabajo, y el área de la Mata del Francés, el área de Francés abajo, el área de Francés arriba. Entonces todos estos trabajos vamos a ir adecuándolo, primero canalizando y luego que ya tengamos